Alright guys, today we're going to be replacing an iPhone 7 Plus battery. Here's a few tools that you're going to need: a pentalobe screwdriver, a Y screwdriver, anti-static tweezers, an Isesamo tool, a battery, and a heat gun or a hair dryer. It's whatever you have available, but I would highly recommend a heat gun. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to remove the two pentalobe screws at the bottom with your pentalobe screwdriver. This is pretty common on all iPhone models. Once you do that, you're going to take your sesamo tool. You're going to go along the sides. You're going to want to start at the bottom and then go along the left side if you're facing the phone, all the way around, and then you'll do the right side last, because as you can see when we open up this phone, that the cables are all along the right side and you don't want to dig in too deep. You're going to open it like a book from left to right, and then you're going to take your Y screwdriver and you're going to remove these 4 screws. When you remove these 4 screws, make sure that you lay them out on your table or wherever you're laying your screws out exactly how they're coming out. And then when you take off your little heat shield, you're going to want to lay it exactly how it comes out. This will make the process a lot easier when putting these back. Next thing you want to do is lift up these cables. I have them in order, 1, 2, and 3. First cable is the battery, the second and third is the LCD and the digitizer. You always want to pull the battery first. Next thing you want to do is you're going to remove these 3 screws. So we can remove the cable that sits behind this and that holds down your microphone and your front-facing camera. That way we can take the screen off and get it out of the way so we can start messing with this battery. You don't have to take the screen off, but it makes life a lot easier and you don't have to worry about damaging anything. Now you're going to take your heat gun or your hair dryer. You're going to go right behind the battery and you're going to heat it up pretty good till basically you can touch the back of the phone and it's almost not burning, but it's kind of hot to the touch. Now you're going to take your anti-static tweezers and you're going to start prying this little tape up. And then you're going to want to pull it. It looks a lot like string cheese to me, and you're going to pull it directly out. If it snaps off or anything like that one kind of did on me, heat up the back just a little bit more. But just make sure you're heating it exactly where the battery is. And you'll be able to tell that this one goes out a lot more than that first one did. So this one was heated up pretty good. And then the same thing, hit this last one. I heated up the back and was able to get all 3, but sometimes you're going to need to heat and then pull one and then heat and then pull another one. But it'll make it a lot easier if you have enough heat. Put our pry tool in there and pull up on this battery to get it out. Once it's out, we're going to take our double-sided tape and we're going to put it down. And you can put more. I'm only going to put 3 rows of tape, but you can put more tape if you want to. You definitely don't want to put less, but more tape will work as well. Some batteries, when you order them, they already come with tape, and it makes life a little bit easier, but this works as well. Now we're going to hook up our screen. And you're just putting all the cables back the exact way that you took them off. We want to make sure that this battery is working. Look at your old battery and see how this little cable right here is folded. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky because when it comes new, it comes a certain way and you've got to put a little bend to it. And sometimes it takes a minute just to get it right, but you got to kind of fold it in on itself almost. Once you do that, put a little pressure on the battery so that the adhesive catches. Then turn this bad boy on. And as you can tell, the battery is working. The phone is working. So you can let this power up and then power off the phone. Start putting the screws on. But I'm going to go ahead and take my Y screwdriver and I'm going to go ahead and screw these screws down while this phone is powering on. This battery replacement is a lot like most of the other iPhones. The only difference is the way that you open the phone. The iPhone 7 opens like a book from left to right. The iPhone 5, 6 models, they open from the bottom and you lift towards the top. But if you're going to replace a battery in an iPhone, it's going to be very similar to this. So you can learn a lot just by watching this one video. Just the most important thing, remember, is whenever you first start taking this off, you want to make sure that you pry the battery first before you pull up the LCD or the digitizer. That way you don't have any power going to any part of the phone and don't risk damaging anything. After you do that, you can go ahead and put the screen back on. I'm going to go ahead and power it off while I push this down. Put your 2 pentalobe screws back, and that's basically wraps it up. If you have any questions, comments, things that worked for you, things that didn't, maybe I went too fast. Try not to make my videos very long. I like to watch videos that get to the point of what I want to accomplish. But please let me know what you think so I can know whether to keep making these videos or give it up. But thanks for watching, guys.